Yo, what's going on? I'm Marcus, the debt free dad over here. We talk attorney reactions and we like to talk about money topics, finances, things that's going on in the economy. I always got to toss the disclaimer out. I'm a licensed attorney, I'm licensed in several jurisdictions. None of those amount to me being your counsel. So, with that in mind, if you need legal or financial advice, seek a professional in your local area. This is I don't know if y'all can hear all the fireworks. That's one thing about living in the city. You're gonna hear fireworks going off for like 2 weeks after July 4th. It's sometimes I have these realizations. When you're talking finances, one point at your beginning of your journey, at one point in your journey, you have this belief that, hey, I strictly believe that this is the best method for me. Then as you matriculate along your journey, you start to realize, you know what? I might have been wrong, or I need to change my view of that. And I think that we can do something a little bit better. Right now, I want to talk about that. I think I'm changing my mind on something. Oh, yo, and if you find value in this video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, support the channel. It's free. We definitely aren't selling you anything. I don't know, when I started this channel, I had a specific view on whether I should invest for my children outside of educational costs. And at first, my thought was I want to make sure they get the knowledge, but I may not necessarily invest for them. That's their job. I'm gonna take care of giving them the knowledge, making sure they see the good example with money, making sure I save for their education and have the 529. But investing for themselves is something that they need to do because they have to learn how to get that muscle memory of, having some restraint, not having to have things you want right away. And then slowly but surely, I kind of changed my view, and my view was, well, I might invest for them, but if I do, they won't know about it. But I think I came to the conclusion of what my view is as far as investing, non educational investing, just investing for my children. I guess the answer to the question, am I investing for my children outside of their educational 529? The answer is yes. Before we dive in, y'all know I like to break things down to the least common denominator, and that's in every aspect of life. Because even though I'm an attorney, and I finished relatively at the top of my class, I'm not that bright of a guy. I'm just a hard worker. So I like to break things down to something that's simple for me to palate. I did the math, and when your child is born, if you contribute about $1,700 to a brokerage account, when your child is born, if you invest about $1,700 into an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, you could not invest another penny. And based on the average market returns, by the time that child is 65, that $1,700 would be worth $1 million. So, if in a perfect world when my son was born, I wasn't broke as fuck, I would have done that. But I didn't do that because, I had the resources to do it. Now, the math is if you do it after they graduate high school, I think it's about $10,000. You invest $10,000 and you don't have to invest another penny. And by the time they turn 65, based on average market returns, it'll be worth 1 million. But the easiest way to accomplish this is at the age of 18, investing $95 a month from 18 to 65 in a fund that tracks the S&P 500 will yield you $1 million in that brokerage account. And so I've actually started an investment account for my son as well as my daughter. They both have one. And I did it easy because I just did something simple because I wanted them to see how it worked. And I use Acorns. Shout out to Acorns. That's something I actually use. There's a link in the bio if you want to join. But there's an easy way to invest, especially if you're new. They invest in a method that I pretty much use. They invest in ETFs, exchange traded funds that track the S&P 500. So your Google, your Tesla, all of the big companies, IBM, Nvidia, the one everybody talk about, all of those are inside of the S&P 500. My first thought was I'll invest money in this account and it'll only be maybe $100 a month, nothing major. And I'll continue to invest this money in the account so long as you don't make a withdrawal from it. Once you turn 18, I'm no longer the custodian of your account. It's your account. And if you make withdrawal from it, that's the day that I stop investing. But I thought about it. And I actually was talking to one of my boys about it. And I think I developed a better method to invest for my child that gives them some onus and some skin in the game. So this is what I'm doing. Y'all let me know what y'all doing. Again, make sure you like this video so it could get pushed out in the algorithm to more people. But this is what I'm doing. I'm investing for my children. It's about 100 bucks a month. My son is getting ready to go away to college. He's going to be 17. Essentially, what the rule I told him is this first year, once you leave to go to college, I want you to invest at least $50 a month into this investment account. That's not counting his savings account or his checkings account because he does have a little job when he go to school. But I said, if you invest $50 a month into this account, at the end of the year, I'll match exactly what you invested into this account. Now I probably put $100 a month in, but he won't get that until the end of the year. It's only on two conditions. Condition number one, if at the end of the year I look at that account and he hasn't invested $50 a month into that account, I'm not gonna contribute to it. Or if he ever makes a withdrawal from that account. And there are some reasons down the line where he could make a legitimate withdrawal if he wanted to buy a house or something like that. But generally, if he ever makes a withdrawal from that account, that's going to be the day that I stop investing. So, in order for him to get my contribution to the account, which is probably going to be $100 a month, uh, he only has to do two things for this first year: contribute $50 a month into that investment account and do not withdraw anything from that investment account. If he does that at the end of the year, I'll slide over $1,200, which is $100 a month, into that investment account for him. Then that next year, I'm going to move it up because that next year he should be a little bit more responsible, a little bit better with managing his time and his resources. I'm going to say, hey, you need to invest $97 a month because that's what's going to get you to that $1 million. He invests $97 a month. I'll invest $100 a month if he follows through with continuing to invest $97 a month, doesn't make any withdrawals. And if he does that from now until retirement in that brokerage account, he'll have well over $1 million. I'm not going to invest $100 a month indefinitely, but I am going to give him some incentive to invest in that account and to have a reason not to withdraw money out of that account. And that's just kind of going to be my game plan. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is my plan a good one? Is it a bad one? I think is a damn. That was a loud ass firework. I think is a good plan. I want to support my children, but I want to support them in a way where they have some type of positive action that they have to do. If I say, hey, I'm going to put $100 in your account, and as long as you don't take money out, I'm going to continue to put $100 a month in there. That wouldn't get the result I want because you, well, you can, but it's not a productive way for my son to be encouraged by having him do nothing. All you have to do is absolutely nothing. What you've been doing. Don't put nothing in the account. Don't go in it, and you'll continue to get this. And I don't think that's the best way to put some onus on my son and put some skin in the game. So, an alternative, we're going with, hey, if you don't make a withdrawal from this account and you put X amount of money per month in this account, we'll match it or we'll contribute some money at the end of the year. That's my game plan. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And also let me know in the comments, are you all investing for your children? Are y'all investing in a 529 for their education? Do y'all have a separate brokerage account for them? Let me know what y'all game plan with y'all children. Or are y'all of the approach, which is a fair approach? Your education, your investments should be something that you strive to do. And, I'm going to make sure that you have the knowledge and the know-how, but you got to make it work for yourself. All of those are fair approaches because, me, I don't judge nobody parenting. That's just what it is. Y'all let me know in the comments. Hey, and if you enjoyed this video, check out the video on the screen. There's going to be more content related to finances and attorney reactions.